displayed in such a way that kind of brings them to life, and you can really envisage everything that's playing out. But I'll let you know what I think of it at the end of the month. Got a frog in my mouth. The next book that I would like to read is One Day by David Nichols. As I'm sure a lot of you know, One Day is getting a lot of publicity again at the moment, as the new series version of the movie and the book has come out on Netflix. I watched it in 2 days, and I was a mess by the end of it. And I knew straight away that I wanted to read the book. I know that it's been around since 2009, but somehow it's never come up on my radar before now to read it. I only learned that it was a book a few months ago, so I'm very excited to read this. It has sold millions and 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 millions of copies. And I feel like I'll devour it in like 2 days. The next book is the one that I am most excited to read out of the 5 that I am showing you. And it's because it is by one of my most favourite and cherished authors. It is Good Material. Good Material. Good Material by Dolly Alderton. Now this is a really big copy because I bought this in Norway. And I think Norway have some of the American covers. And some American books tend to be this size. Yeah, I think that's the only explanation I have for why, but I love that it's this big. I love the size of it. Magnolia Parks is this size as well, and I love that. It makes them more flexible to read. I have read 2 out of 4 of Dolly's books, and I've loved them both so far. They were both 5-star reads for me. And I have heard brilliant things about this one too, so I'm so excited. Christmas, Bill Furlong, a coal and timber merchant, faces